Welcome in once again, guys. We're here to feed that Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard addiction, guys. You guys already know. Here we have Dominus Impulse, guys. Yesterday we was talking about Dominus Purge, just going parabolic, going crazy thanks to the yummy hype. And then today we're talking about Dominus Impulse, which the secret rare is actually doing the inverse of Purge. It's crazy. The fact that Purge is now more expensive than Impulse. It's wild, man. Impulse has just cracked down, crashed down, tanked down, collapsed down into the 40s, guys. Insane. 56 listings, guys. You actually have multiples here. This card is crashing down like a rock because people are actually buying purges and selling these to buy purges, or just selling these overall, expecting a reprint and or just falling out of favor as people move towards the new decks that actually either use purge like yummies or just don't use Impulse at all, guys. So volume is skyrocketing though as this card makes lower and lower prices, because as that new supply comes in, there's people that always wanted to own this card. There's people that, let's say, play this card currently before the format changes, and a lot of people are coming in just getting, they're like, yo, it's much better to pay 50 bones than 70s as it was not too long ago. So recently when it was like 60 something, I think we said, guys, this card had its heyday. I'd be selling this card. It's probably getting reprinted. It's falling out of favor of the meta. And look at that flash crash. Every since we talked about those moments here at around 60 bucks, the card has flash crashed over $10 overnight, essentially 56 listings. And after a couple, it does go back up to 50s, but you have a lot of them. A lot of impulses here at around the $50 mark, 6 pages only. So again, this card has, about a month tops, at these current prices before, maybe we start getting some tin leaks or spoilers from, content creators and, and things of that nature, like just reveals. That's what I meant to say, tin reveals and, or announcements. And then if you see this card in there, this card is going to get destroyed because you combine the fact that is going to get a reprint plus falling out of favor in the meta. Damn, man, crazy to see this flash crash. And you go to the yearly and, essentially is at all-time lows, man. Right now is at all-time lows, and we should be breaking this in the next couple of weeks here as it continues to fall down in price. Let me know what you guys think. 56 listings are coming up for a card that was always money, and it happens time and time and time again in the Yugi space, man, in the Yugi verse here, in the Yugi markets. Always these cards are 70, 80s, 100, and then you wake up one day and they're free 99 compared to previous prices, guys. They become super cheap because of reprints, because of just falling out of favor. The meta is always forever evolving, forever shifting, forever changing. And then cards that are more relevant, they're not anymore. And then you see price action reflecting such interest levels, which in this case, just the lack of interest right now as we head into the new format. You do have the quarter century secret rares actually retaining value, guys. This card was 172s, went up to 263s. And when I mean retaining, is that it's still up here in the 200s. Yes, it's a $30 dump, which is considerable from the highs. 16 listings only though. You have a couple of one-ofs, and then it starts going back up to the 240s, guys. So again, this one is holding stronger because it's the max rarity, is the higher rarity. And people that have these, they want to hold on to these until, they have to, because the reprint is here, because it's the higher rarity. And even if we get a lower rarity like a prismatic secret, this price shouldn't be impacted that much. Now, if it does end up getting a starlight rare as well in the tins, then this price might get nuked, might get destroyed. So again, just if you still have the quarter centuries, I'd be selling this card, not because it can't go higher or it can't do a good job retaining value, even with a reprint in case, and of course there's always the case where a starlight is not printed for it and this remains as the max rarity. So we understand, but at the end of the day, this card already lived its life cycle. A reprint should be coming regardless inside the tins. So with those factors, I'd just be taking my money off the table. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think. Then we have Nibiru, the Primal Being. This QCSR is getting demolished, guys. Destroyed here overnight, essentially. The card was 58 bones. When I mean overnight, not literally, I mean overnight, it has accelerated though, because this card was 58s for the last 3 months. It's been crashing to 42s. But what did occur essentially overnight is going from 42s to 31s, man. Wow, 47 listings here, you know, a flash crash into the lower 30s with even play sets down here. Then it does go towards the mid 30s, and eventually, you know, it consolidates there with a couple listings, 5 pages only, 47 listings, guys. Insane. The chart hasn't even updated, and now the card is at yearly lows, guys. Wild. That the Rock, again, same thing. These are staples. These are hand trap staples. Everyone was playing the Rock, needing the Rock. This past format, it was just good. Nib this, nib that. And now with K9 coming out and just ways to play around this, the best decks will play around this card. And then now, no one needs it. You know what I mean? You mean what I know? Now it falls out of favor, falls out of the meta relevance. And then, you know, it becomes way cheaper. So, I mean, this is the quarter century secret rare, the OG. We understand we have the alternate art, and then the alternate art is actually holding strong, actually bumping up in price from 50s to around 58, 60s, as we've always said, but the other versions are getting nuked. Look, PURs are $6, PCRs down to $7, and Platinum Secret Rares down to $7 as well. When these were double digis, these were hot. People needed these, and the OTs, they're down. They were 77s, $80. Now they're down to around 65s, and pretty soon it'll go lower just because the card is falling out of favor. But you know, again, if you have it, you know, the cards you have are down in price. We understand, but if you don't have all of these, then you know, in the next 2 to 3 month time frame, it'll be great to get exposure to this card because eventually it'll come back, man. It's Nib, it's the Rock. People need these to have these, and you know, it'll be a great time. Of course, this card could get reprinted at any moment, again, just like Droplets and Talons did in Battles of Legend, even though they had their rarity prints. But this is a rarity collection one reprinted card, you know, especially the OTs, the QCSRs, the higher end. If you want these higher end versions, once it completely falls out of favor in the next couple of weeks, it'll be a great time to get exposure to this Rock, boys. And again, first link in the description down below. You want to make sure you get exposure to some of these cards that are crashing down, guys. And if you do and you're interested, first link in the description down below. You can come over here. You can see these card prices are crashing down hard. So again, if there's any opportunities that you want to take advantage of, we have the link here for you guys so you can fast track these cards. And if you want to purchase them, one click gets you in. Don't forget our Lordly Load playset, Drill Beam playset, and the singular Rising Scale Starlight Rare right here. One lucky winner. We already got, where is it here? Shout out to the members here. You know, hey, become a member, man, so you can be in the members chat. You know, so where is it here? Giveaways, boom, right there, guys. Look at that, 210 people there. We bumped up, guys, so don't miss out, man. One lucky winner for all of these cards. You know, the winner's gonna be stoked. You want to make sure you give yourself a shot to be you, and all you have to do, free participation, and the server is going parabolic, man. Crazy. Welcome into all the new people to the Discord. It's heat right there, man. I get it. I was a person myself. I don't care about Discord, and now at least I'm in here thanks to the channel, and I get to communicate with people and things of that nature. You don't want to miss out. It's great to be part of a community, man. And guys, make sure you subscribe, you ring that bell. Look, we're at 9.71K already. The channel continues to grow fast. We're going to be hosting our 9.75K very soon. And then the biggest giveaway on the channel is coming to a theater near you. You do not want to miss out. You want to make sure you subscribe, you ring that bell so you can stay tuned for our giveaways. We love to give back. Again, guys, man, we're growing fast, and it's all thanks to you guys. We have Mitsu Booty Ritual, man, just continues getting destroyed in price. This card was 36 bones, man, and then it consolidated, and then it flash crashed, 50% dump overnight, man. And essentially here we're under 14s, and you see the walls here now, 81 listings. Again, this card had its life cycle, and not that people necessarily expect a reprint anytime soon. It did come in Supreme Darkness and Suda. It still can get reprinted, but we'll see. But it's more, again, same deal. You know, people expecting Vanquish Soul K9 to be the best deck. You know, the Vanquish Okana, they don't care that Mitsu booty is still roaming around. Plus, it could get hits in the ban list post-Worlds, as it was announced, and we discussed that in yesterday's Market Watch. But people don't care. They're moving on, man. They're moving on. They played this engine. Everyone had it. And then there was a rush of a lot of people just moving on from Mitsu booty, going into, you know, Vanquish Okana or Yummies or maybe even Draco Tails. And when you have that rush of people just selling their cardboard and moving on to different meta decks, you get this flash crash here. And the card, you know, it's cheap now. So 81 listings. We'll see how the ban list treats this engine, because it was roaming around everywhere in the last 2 to 3, you know, couple months, however long it's been since Suda came out. But yeah, this card is under 14s now. It continues to go down in price, collapsing here. Volume is picking up. People are coming in. People that just were on the sidelines, they're like, yo, I want to play the best deck, man, the best engine, but it's too expensive. And now they see, you know, all-time lows for the yearly lows for this card that used to be, not yearly lows, sorry guys, 3-month lows for a card that at one point was $11 when we talked about it before it went up into the 30s. Insane what's going on with, you know, such a meta relevant card, still just not as relevant as we head into the new format in just a week and some change, guys. Then we have Amy, no. Murakumo, yes, maybe so. Mitsu booty here's a $3 card. Wow, card was 1150s. Recently it was $6, and then boom, flash crashing here to $3, over 100 listings, and it's a wrap, man. That's it. This card is donezo. It's just donezo here. Yeah, I mean, you see the supply, and you know, the walls of China. So yeah, I mean, even now you don't want this $3-4 card to become $1. You know what I mean? You mean what I know? I'm sure could it rebound? Maybe people play Mitsu booty with one of the new decks, or something happens. Anything is possible. But you know, as you can see, it's just time to move on. You know, some of these decks, engines get to the point where it's time to move on to the bigger and better things. You know what I mean? To the new engines, the new meta relevant cards. So again, I mean, it is just $3, but you have one of these, or you play pure, you have multiples. It's time to move on to the next best thing. And then we have Mo Charming Meows, continues to consolidate here in the low 30s, because volume went crazy here. People just rushed in. I'm seeing the card just so low in price, just a really large volume candle. And yeah, I mean, 86 listings. Let's clean this up, Janet Tour style. 67 listings here. The card is $30, $31, and you know, yeah, you see walls here still, so it's around 30, 31s, you know, consolidating. And honestly, like, if you've always wanted the card, yes, we understand it's getting a reprint, but that's many months from now, guys. And a card like this already locking in itself to have a reprint. I mean, I don't see them reprinting it in the tins now, because they already announced a future product reprint, you know, or a future reprint for this card in a future product. That's what I meant to say. So with that said, now, I mean, at 30s is relatively a safe play, in the sense that you don't have to worry about selling this card until like a month, like October, maybe early November. I don't remember the exact date of the product release in November, but the whole point is I could see a rebound. Again, a rebound. You know, this is, you know, the cat Mo Charming. People need their Mo Charmings right now. It's falling out of favor. People don't expect it to do much, but don't sleep on this card. Again, if you need it, Jay, I always wanted Meows, man. I always needed it, but I was gonna pay 70, 80 bucks, you know, near the highs. It was crazy expensive. This, that, and the third. And then now the card is down $50 a pop, guys. So if there was ever a time where you needed this card for $100 post-tax, you know, you come in, you get your playset. If you want exposure to the Mo Charming, you know, you play, even though most people don't, in your deck, you just need the card. You want the card. No better time to get the card now, after the flash crash, after the reprint announcement, because there's the gap zone. We always talk about gap zones, guys, and there's a large gap zone between now and July until November, man. That's a 3-4 month. That's a multi-month gap zone. Now, you never know. Konami might reprint it then and reprint it before. You never know, right? But me, if I would need this card, I would come in now before a potential rebound. This card could go back up to 40s. It could down the line. Just something to keep in mind as it crashes. It's been crashing down in price. Then we have Lacrima the Crimson Tears, man. It is insane. This is what you call the definition of a post-Nats crash, man. We touched base on this last week. And the week before Nats, we literally said, guys, there's no better time to sell a card like this and the Fiendsmith package. Literally, man, because it had the triple whammy. That's what we said: a bandless hit potential, reprint potential, and power creeping potential. And when you have 3 core factors like that, fundamental factors, usually we talk about the charts and technical analysis, but in this case, the fundamental analysis had a triple whammy version of it saying you get rid of these cards. Crazy. These were just 38, 40 bucks last week, like a week ago, man. Week and some change ago. Just wild. Literally, we called this top right here. Sell this at 38 or 40s, and now the card is 24 bucks. 24 bucks. That's a $15 dump in a week. And it ain't done. This thing is going into the teens. Hopefully you guys sold at the right time when we told you guys before Nats. Hopefully you guys sell now, because the triple whammy still in play, still getting power crept, still could get hit on the list. And again, when I say hit on the list, it's not Lacrima specifically, but it's the Fiendsmith package, the Fiendsmith engine. If it gets any type of hit, the whole engine gets destroyed in price, guys. And then reprint fears. So definitely keep those 3 factors in mind. I would have been selling this card. Hopefully you did it. Now it's 24 bucks. Yikes. I'd be running for them hills, man. That's what I'd be doing. You have Fiendsmith track, 28 bones. Again, this card, a new, not yearly, but not even. Yeah, 3-month low, as you can see here. And on the yearly chart, you can see this massive crash from $75 at YCS Houston to now being 27 bones. Wow. Down 50 bones a pop. 76 listings right there. And yeah, I mean, I don't know who's buying this card still, man. Honestly, like what, you're gonna buy this and use it for a week or two? You know, the format is changing. Not to say that Fiendsmith can't be played in the new format. You never know, but triple whammy. Not even gonna get into it again, because I explained it. Again, these cards I'd be moving even still. Yo, I'm down and I'm still, even after the flash crash. Hopefully you sold at 40s when we told you, 40, 45s, I think, you know, the week before Nats. But if not, you know, even now you still have what? If you have a playset, that's like 80 bucks, man. That's 80 bucks in your pocket that you can recycle into something else, or maybe any of the new cards into, you know, a new deck core, a Yummy or Vanquish Soul Canine or whatever you need, man. I'm telling you guys that you know, these cards continue crashing down for a reason. I'd been getting rid of this card if I would have owned it. I would have been getting rid of these. So yeah, I expect crash to continue 25s, then 20s, then into the teens as we get closer to new format. And then we have Fable Lurry here, same deal, part of the Fiendsmith package here. You know, this card was 13 bucks. And now just crashing into oblivion. It says 733s. We wish. The card is 590s. 38 listings right here. You know, essentially about a $6 card. Card got destroyed, down 50% right here. And yeah, hopefully you took profits up here, because the Fiendsmith package is getting destroyed as it falls out of favor and people move on to bigger and better things. And then Requiem. I thought I had Requiem here, guys, so my bad. Just want to give you guys another look at that. 17 bucks. 17s. The crash has continued, man, with the walls here coming in. Excuse me, guys. It's gonna be 15 bones in the short term, and eventually single digits, and just continue getting destroyed. 40 listings. This is essentially your last call to get rid of these cards if you have these. Just move on, man. It's just that time. Card cycle in and out. You know, they have meta relevancy, and then they get to a point, just like Cash Tira did before Fiendsmith, where, you know, those triple whammies play out. Then we have 7 Tachion. This card is in the teens already, man. Wow, in the teens. Let's clean this up real quick. Look at that. In the teens officially. Essentially a $20 card. But yeah, this card just continues going down. Volume has picked up as of late. I don't know who is buying this card. Like, who's buying this? Why? Like, you know, most people should have been having this card. And, you know, it had its heyday. And its heyday, guys, in the 6-month chart was $66, $75. at one point for a $20 card. That's the thing, man. The meta, man. The meta shapes Yu-Gi-Oh prices, Yu-Gi-Oh card prices. Just that demand, that meta demand, people needing it, just people seeing value in it. And then you wake up one day, it falls out of favor. And now a $70, $75 card is a 20-piece McNuggies from Mickey D's. Oh, crazy, man. Crazy to see this pan out. Look at these walls, man. 343 copies. Yo, get out of here, man. These cards are damn, that's a big fat wall of China, man. Crazy, man. Over 100 listings, man. Still 20 bones. I wish I might. Yo, if I still had, I'm like, let me get my 60 bones, man. Let me get my 60 piece wings from Wingstop and convert that, recycle that into, you know, the Justice Hunters, or, you know, the new cards and things of that sorts. Then we have Malice Q White Binder. CR continues getting destroyed. You know, we used to be 66s, crashed down to 17s, where a lot of people were wondering, yo, are we getting a list? I need to be selling the CRs to vendors at Nats. And now the card has kept going down $4 from those prices. And you see the quantities here readily available, 49 listings. We expect single digits for this. Again, we'll see if, you know, the ban list slaps Malice again as we head into a new format post Worlds. But, you know, people are going to have a chance there to compete with these decks. You know, that the formats are going to intertwine a bit because the set gets released, but then the ban list is going to be in, you know, later in August. After Worlds, whenever Worlds is, I don't know the exact date, but you guys get what I mean. So yeah, I mean, Malice, we said we would have been selling this card, and now it continues going down, and even still in the teens. Don't let this be single digits on you. That's all I'ma say. How the mighty have fallen, man. Malice and Underground is a $2.50 card, bro. This card was $4.50 the other day, down a whopping $2 whole here a pop. 147 listings, and just destroyed, bro. Destroyed. Look at this volume, man. High volume candles near the lows. Again, just people coming in late. They were like, man, I always wanted to build Malice, but it was always expensive, and now it's super cheap. You know, and the deck can still compete, and it'll still compete even post Justice Hunters if it doesn't get like any direct banless hits. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting to see that this field spell is still, you know, it's still getting volume. People building the deck because they maybe want to compete now on a budget compared to past prices. And look, Malice Py Rabbit, same deal. Flash crashing from 530s to 3s to 285 to 290s, $3 essentially. 116 listings, does quickly go back up to 350s and eventually 4s. But again, you start seeing people panic selling, and volume is picking up as well, just like the field spell, because people are realizing that the deck is just too cheap now to play compared to previous prices when it was way expensive, and it still competes. You can still go to locals, you can still go to maybe the new regionals coming here up here before the ban list and before you know, like the full shift of the meta happens. So definitely keep it in mind. I mean, these card prices are at all-time lows, man. Like I said, how the mighty have fallen. This is like super cheap right now if you want to play Malice, if you want to play on a budget, and if you don't believe there's going to be any banless hits to this deck, then no better time to pick it up right now. You have Harpy's Feathered Duster, the early days collection. Excuse me. You have the alternate art. I'm sorry, the OG art and the alternate art, the pink and the purple. And both of these cards are getting destroyed, bro. Like, I didn't expect this. I won't lie. This card was a 40 piece, and recently it was 24s, and now it's 18s, man. 26 listings for the OG version, Harpy Feather Duster. And be it that it's only a one of, like, now even I want it just to have it. You know, I don't know. Did this come in Euro? I mean, probably not. Maybe. What happens with promos like these? Do they come like? Do they get the game as well? Probably not. I mean, you guys let me know. Probably just an NA release, because if this exists in Euro, then I want it. Like, I actually want. I'll pick up one of these and then get a Euro version, but I don't think it has a Euro version. We'll see. But yeah, regardless, 18 bones, it's cheap, man, for a card that was 40 plus. You know, the card came out and it was over 40s, and now volume is coming in at all-time lows, and I can't blame people. I mean, the supply is there, but yeah, if you ever wanted these for your collection, you wanted one up to play, how bad, man, at under 20s. And then you have the alternate art, guys, even lower, 16 bucks right here, guys. If we clean this up, we see that it's 16 bones with the supply here. Quickly does go up to 20s and beyond, 20 listings. But again, volume is coming in. People are realizing that the card's price is just too low. And I didn't know, man. I didn't know that this card was 20s for the OGs and 15s for the alternate art, 16 bucks. Not bad at all, because even though the price is crashing, you rarely see these anywhere, you know, in binders and stuff. And in my mind, if I even saw this in a binder, I'm like, oh, that's 40, 30 bucks, like super expensive. But now in the teens, wow, guys, no better time. Like if you need these to pick them up, and if you had these and you picked them up either by buying the game or, you know, just bought it early, damn, this card just got destroyed in price. Yeah, it's crazy, man, because it's scarce. But there you go, man. Let me know what you guys think. Excuse me, guys. We have Effect Veer, a couple hand traps here, also getting destroyed. The card was 70 bucks 3 months ago. 70s is literally down 50% in 3 months. It says 43s, but really we're at 35, 37s, 40 listings right here. Then it does go towards 39, 40s where you see more supply, and then it keeps going up. So if there was ever a time that you needed this card, sure, you guys might say, well, Jay's going down because it's falling out of favor. No one's playing Effect Veer, so it could keep going down. Sure. But for a quarter century secret rare like this, that used to be 70 bucks, you're seeing it essentially at half off right here. You don't play around with it. You pick it up, man. You just pick it up. You know, anything under 40s will be a steal. Anything in the 30s will be a deal. So you want to make sure that you pick this card up if you need it. Not because of its current relevancy. Because if it would be currently relevant, it'd be 70 bucks. You don't pick up cards then. You pick them up when no one cares about them. When there's a lack of interest. Now everyone has that mindset. Oh, Effect Veer suck. You know, no one uses it and this and that and a third. Good for them. You pick it up right now if this is the version you want. We understand the alternate art still around 50 bucks. You can pick those up too. Long term, those should age well unless they get a reprint. But the whole point is at least the OG quarter century secret rare with that stamp that people love, 35 bones, is a steal and deal. Guys, anything under 40s should age very, very well. Again, long term, the next time Effect Veer cycle into the meta, this card will go back up to the previous highs, most likely. So you want to take advantage of crashes like these on a 3-month time frame. You know, you wait maybe for a tad bit. No, you don't even wait in the sense that this chart hasn't updated. So 35s, like right now, 35, 36, 37s, that's the play for this card. And Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, I was like, what? This card is 9 bucks? When? Insane. This card was 30 bucks just 3 months ago and it's down 3x in price. Guys, volume candle coming in near the lows. Largest 3-month volume candle. Largest 6-month volume candle. Largest yearly candle, guys. Yo, the largest volume candle in 1 whole year just came in now at around 13 bucks. And they're even down already like 30%. Damn. Or 30, 35, 40, whatever that is. Guys, 68 listings. And you do only have a couple one-ofs. The card, you know, it's 10 bucks essentially. 9, 10 bucks. Wild, wild. And I get it, Jay. Okay, it's expected. No one's playing Ghost Ogres and it's the ultimate art. I prefer the OG and this and that and the third. We get it. But come on now. This is a Ghost Girl hand trap. It's Ghost Ogre. Look, and you do have the OG. Where's the quarter century? Let's look it up here because now I'm wondering. Now I'm curious. What's the OG doing? Okay, the OG's, wow, guys, holding 17 strong, guys. So again, you know, we always talk about the OG from Stampede, but from Rarity Collection 2, I guess people don't prefer the alternate art. I get it, but still 9 bucks for a quarter century, 67 list. Like you come in here, if you've ever wanted this card, there's literally been no better time to pick this card up, man. Literally, we had a double top formation. And then, you know, it's never looked back. So, yeah, I mean, if you want cheap cardboard, you want to add it to your QCSR collection, this alternate art has never been at a better price. Great deal for the long term for Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit for if and when it cycles back into the meta down the line, guys. Wow. Guys, link in the description down below. You want to come over here, and join our Discord. The Discord is booming right now. It is super hot, fresh off the press, just like the channel. People are participating in our giveaways and are just in there with, again, over 1,000 people, 1.3K. Don't miss out. If all those people are joining up, it's for a reason. Discord is a living, breathing environment in itself, you know, with a marketplace, you know, and just people chatting up and things of that nature. If you want to form part of a community, make sure you join X, make sure you follow over there, join our Discord. 15 free dollars off over on Whatnot. Do not miss out. And make sure you subscribe. You ring that bell. You like the videos. We continue to give back. It's all thanks to you guys. You guys are all amazing. Make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss out with our daily updates. And guys, none of this content is official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. Let's drink to that real quick. H2O break real quick. Excuse me, guys. Thank you. Guys, we have Chaos Hunter, QCSR. Again, it's crazy when cards fall out of favor in the meta. They just get destroyed in price. Destroyed. Chaos Hunter here recently was 15 bucks. And then it went down a tad bit to 12, 11 bucks, right? Still double digits. And now the card is down essentially a 40 to 50%, guys. 60 listings here. You have a couple one-ups. It does quickly go back up to 8s and then 9s. But at the end of the day, people have been listing these way lower because, again, banishing in Yu-Gi-Oh is always important. But as people move away from Malice, this card just loses value. So that's not bad. $6, you know, 5s would be ideal. Like if you need it, you have always wanted Chaos Hunter. I didn't know, Jay. That's not bad because after a couple, it does go back up to 8 to 9s. But the gist of it, this card has been crashing down since it was 20s. All the way down to 6s, crazy, down to 3x, just getting destroyed in price as people shift. You know, they're moving on. Yes, banishing is always broken, and there's still decks that banish. We understand these cards are very good to stop that, but people move on to the other side deck cards, the other cards that they need, and they sell their older cards or the ones that they don't need anymore, causing that sell pressure and this card to go back down to, let's see, 6-month lows, guys. 6-month lows. Crazy to see that pan out in such a manner. So yeah, if you need Chaos Hunters, the other ones should be going down as well. The other versions that they get the full rarity treatment. So if you need the card, no better time to pick it up. You know, so there you go. You have Dimensional Barrier, guys. This QCSR is getting destroyed. I had no clue the card was 30 bucks. And flash crash in excess of 24s, and here we are, man. 23 24s, 32 listings. It does go back up to 30s at the bottom of the page, but you do have a couple 1s, 2-ups, and even play sets at these new levels. But volume is picking up here because, again, not that we expect this card to be the end-all be-all, you know, like to take over the meta, but it is a staple-ish, usually side deck card going first. Barrier still broken. So if you ever wanted the QCSR, 20s would be ideal, but even, you know, in the low to mid 20s, if you need the card, is much better than paying 30s, as most people were paying not too long ago. So here we have evenly matched, guys. QCSR, just like D Barrier as a trap, we see evenlies, you know, just they're not in the meta, man. And it's crazy. This card just in the past has been out for what, like it feels like 8 years. It's been just crazy in certain meta, in meta formats when it's become relevant. But right now it's at yearly lows, man. Right now it's at yearly lows. The card was 56 bucks last year, went all the way down to 38s, then back up to 42s, and now it's flash crashing here into the low 30s. With some sales here, guys, as you can see, even in the 20s, guys. Wow, there was people here buying this card at $29.99, essentially 30 bucks. It's rebounding a tad bit back up to the mid 30s, but 27 listings. So, you know, volume came in, swept the lows. So like if you've ever wanted this specific rarity for this specific version of this card, just keep an eye out for it. There's been people panic selling here. You know, if you can see this card in the low 30s, maybe even in the high 20s. So it's been crashing down from the $56 highs of last year and from the recent highs in the 40s all the way down, not just to the low 30s, but even into the high 20s right there, guys. So yeah, evenly matched. Again, it's been a while since this card has been like truly relevant in the meta, but the card continues to be one of those staple-ish cards, especially going second, just being able to clean out your opponent's board essentially. So just wanted to report the price on that one. You have Incredible Ecclesia here, the Virtuous. The alternate art went up after the, you know, the branded, you know, new support announced, went up from 20s to 26s, and then crashing right back down to 20s, as you can see here, literally right back down to the scene of the crime. When you see things like these, you know, chart action, price action like this, usually, most likely, this is just forming a double bottom, W-shaped, booty-shaped recovery. You know, that's what it's looking like, guys, here. As we can see, 37 listings here, 20 bones right there. So if you want the card, you know, a lot of times the market gives second chances. The thing is, when it does give second chances, some people are hesitant, you know, to pull the trigger. They're like, oh no, it just crashed back down. This was a fake out and this and that. Nah, man, alternate art from Stampede. Again, Ecclesia. I think this one ages well, again, in the mid to long term, especially with new branded support. So, you know, just one to keep in mind. This is a Spellcaster Tuner level 4. Yeah, alternate art. So at 20 bones, back down in price. If you've always wanted it, just wanted to highlight this one. 20 bucks for an alternate art Stampede QCSR. Not bad if you really want the card. And yeah, it just came to my mind, man. Like, yo, I say booty shape recoveries and double bottoms and W shape, man. I'm working on the back end, guys, for you. I'm creating, you know, something, but you know, so to let new people that come in and new subscribers just understand these terminologies. So be on the lookout, guys. You know, pretty soon, and you know, probably in the next month or two, you know, we're gonna be releasing that for you guys. Just thought I'd let you know. Allure of Darkness QCSR, 16 bucks. What? This card was what, 30 bucks, down 50%? Crazy. Down, you know, 45, 50%, 56 listings here. You only have a couple ones and twos, and then the card goes back up to 19s and eventually 20s at the bottom of the page. So again, if you've always wanted Allure of Darkness, you know, for those past formats, Edison, I think it's at 1 if I'm not mistaken. So you come in here at 16 bucks, get your one of. Don't miss out for the quarter century secret rare version of this card. Again, keep it in mind, man. Keep it in mind. Don't miss out. Do not miss out. Right there, 16 bucks is not bad for a card that was 30s less than 3 months ago, man. 2 months ago, 2 months and some change, this card was a 30 piece, and everyone was like, yeah, it's Allure of Darkness, and now it's 16s, and people were like, yeah, it's going down. No one's using it. So people create a narrative around price. You know, narrative follows price. So you take advantage of this right here, and yeah. What else can I say? Not bad, especially if you needed one of 16 bones. Easy peasy, man. We have a Hero Lives. Yo, I was looking at this card. We just talked about this card a couple days ago, and I saw this listing right here. I'm like, what is that? 4 or 5 and some change. I came in and bought it. It's probably not there anymore. I'm like, this card is $5. What's going on, man? And it still has the other. I was thinking about buying, you know, maybe a couple more here. You know, what is this? $6.50? You know, that is not bad. Even with shipping, I'm like, bro. Even with shipping, it came out to 5 and some change. I'm like, let me get another copy. 58 listings, and it's just a couple ones and two ofs, and then the card quickly goes to 9s and eventually 10s, guys. So, yo, I'm like, what is going on with this flash crash? Who's selling this card at $5? Let me get that. You know what I mean? And we talked about it the other day. Not gonna go into too much detail, but take advantage of this free money. Once Hero comes out, the new support. There's no way this ain't a 20 piece, man. McNuggies for Mickey D's, and you're getting these at 5, 6, or 7s right here. Easy money down the line. Just one to keep on your radar. Then we have Skill Drain. This card is getting drained. The price is getting drained here. This card was 10 bucks. 10 bucks, double digits. Wake up one day, flash crash. It says 635s, but really, yeah, that's where we're at. You know, the card is down 30% off the highs. Volume is coming in. 53 listings. This is an OG, used in past formats as well. So Skill Drain is Skill Drain. Still at 1 in current modern Yu-Gi-Oh, I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, if you want the QCSR, it's 6, 7 bucks. You come in, you pull the trigger, much better than paying $10 double digits for this quarter century that might age well with time, guys. Then we have Ring of Destruction, man. These boomer cards here. I was like, this QCSR is 5 bucks. Makes me want to pick it up. 58 listings. This is really cheap for a card. It was double digits as well 3 months ago. You know, and yeah, it was, you know, hovering around 8, 10 bucks. And now it's at all-time lows, trying to consolidate actually here, starting to consolidate here at the $5, $6 mark. So if you want your ring, not bad at 570s. You know, if you're a boomer like your boy, this iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card from when I was a kid, you know, and if you need it, you're building your gold deck, you want the quarter centuries, $570 is cheap, man. This is really cheap for a quarter century secret rare that should age well and go back to double digits in the future. So not bad at all. Then we have Mind Control, another one. I'm like, what? Mind Control was $950, $10. You know, that's on the 3 month. Yeah, around 3.5 months ago. And now, look at that. Let's go to the yearlies. This is all-time lows. Wow, all-time lows, guys. What a chart pattern we can see here at $6. And you want to take advantage of this. If you need Minecon, it's an iconic Yu-Gi-Oh card that is played in Time Wizard formats. So if you need Minecon, $6, 51 listings. It does go towards 7s at the bottom of the page. So, you know, between 6 and 7s, you pick this card up. It is not bad. Usually people need multiples when they need this card from Rarity Collection 2. Some of these quarter centuries continue just crashing down in price. So you want to take advantage of these cheap prices and get exposure to these boomer cards. Then we have the Winged Dragon of Ra. QCSR continues making all-time lows. It was 2350s, now it's 2150s. And then the next time we see this card, it'll probably be in the teens. Just want to keep in mind around $20 if you need it long term. Should play out well. This is a God card. Of course, there's a million God cards, but you know, it never gets old. People love their God cards, their higher rarities. So Winged Dragon of Ra right here, getting closer to $20, which has always been that price that we said would be best to pick it up at. Then you have Live Twin Kissakill and you have Live Twin Lila. These Stampede quarter century secret rares, crazy. They were 17s for Kissakill, and then they were what was that? Yeah, 15s for Lila, and then recently they were like $9-10, crashing down to 750s for Lila, and now the card is $660 right here, all-time lows. And for Kissakill, used to be 1250s and then flash crashing to 8.9s, but really, yeah, that's where we're at, you know, about $8, 850s give or take. Right there, 61 listings. So it's crazy, man, to see how you know, Live Twins, Evil Twins were hype. They were, you know, they got like a top, I think, at a couple regionals, or it won an event, or I don't remember what event it was. Like, I think it was like a YCS in like Central America or something. Like this deck got hyped, and then all of a sudden, no one's talking about it anymore. No one's playing this deck anymore, you know. But these are nice. Artwork is great, you know, even as a collectible piece, not bad at single digits, especially because these were in the teens. Now they're around $6, $7, $8. So not bad if you want exposure to these specific Live Twin cards. You have Evil Twin Kissakill here. Crazy that this Battles of Legend Crystal Revenge card used to be $8.60 for $1 card, guys. $1 card readily available here, back down in shekels to $1. Over 100 listings, and this is where it's at, man. Yu-Gi-Oh is about hype. It's about taking advantage of extreme demand. You know, most cards, they go up and then they go down. It's that simple. You know, some take more time than not. But look, even Little Knights used to be $100, get reprinted, and we were picking those up at $3, $4. You know what I mean? So even the staples of staples, you know, they all go down in price. That's the advantage of, look, card was always $2, went up to 8, 9s, and then now it's at all-time lows, man. The interest just waned so much that the card went down even further than the previous scene of the crime area here. Insane, guys, insane. And that's what we always talk about here on the channel, just taking advantage of these parabolic rises in price, guys. These parabolic moves, cards 3, 4xing, 5xing overnight, essentially. You take advantage of that, because then a couple weeks go by, a month or two go by, and then that same card is down 8, 9, 10x, man. Wow, just wild. What a crash, guys. You can literally see the chart. What a crash. Wow. And then we have Lunalight Saber Dancer. Again, Lunalights are getting destroyed because, and Lunalights didn't, you know, yeah, they got a top here or there and at YCS, but that's about it. Yeah, I think because the ban list will be a bit further out, Lunalight might have some leeway in the sense of trying to compete, but man, them Justice Hunter decks are just too good, man. I'm telling you. And so again, this card was recently 1750s, with even a Billy Bob paying $20 for now an $11 card, 11, 12 bucks. And yeah, this will go back down to single digits, 24 listings, still scarce and hard to get. but Luna Light cards probably get destroyed very soon, so you guys already know. Goblin Biker Doug Charger, another example, just like the Evil Twin card, same deal. Card was 4s, went up to 1082s, guys, 11 bucks, with people even paying 18 to 20s. Insane. And now it crashed down, says 243. This is $1.50, man. $2. I mean, you only have one ofs, so the card is not as readily available, but you know, it is what it is. That is the current price here, guys. And again, just like Evil Twins, Goblin Bikers got super hype for a moment there, a tad bit. Card went crazy, and now this ultra rare is free, and it'll probably get a reprint soon anyway. So just insane, man, insane. You know, to see again parabolic rises, and then just, you know, parabolic crashes, if that's even a thing. After that, just crazy to see this card go down to becoming free 99, especially with a reprint here for a card that was double digits, just crashing down almost 10x. Just wow. Tenpai Dragon Genroku also crashing down, was 1350s, guys, for a $2 card. 92 listings. The card is crashing down into the 2s when it was 1350. Just wild to see, guys, as things fall out of favor, people move on. Remember, guys, just remember, a couple months ago, Tenpai was still around and getting tops and doing this and doing that. Tenpai were it, man. Then a couple banless hits came, and then new cards came on. All of a sudden, no one's talking about Tenpai anymore. It's crazy to see this happen. I expect a reprint for this card, and yeah, soon in the tins. So this card is going to even be more free 99. Just keep it in mind. Then we have Millennium Ank. This card is 6 bones. Crazy. Was 12-13s. Flash crashing here to $6. And we'll see, because we expect a reprint for this card. Yeah, so it could, hey, if you have this $6 card, you have a place that's around 20 bucks. You know, you move it. You move those 20 bucks into something else before the reprint comes, potentially in the tins. You don't want to get caught holding the $6 card and watching it go down to $1. Maybe a couple billies, man. We have Ela Mina of the White Forest. Man, card was 12 bucks just 3 months ago, and now is actually consolidating at around 3s, but got destroyed, man. Down almost 4x from the highs. You do have 2 here, and then it does go up to 350s, but wow, it's crazy to see how a card over 147 listings just got destroyed. White Forest never panned out. You know, to its full extent. Yes, people were competing at regionals, got a regional top, or won an event, this and that, but nothing crazy. Yeah, this card is crashing down, $3, just crazy to see it pan out. And then we had Low, man. Low recently had a bump. Excuse me, guys, it was $7, 675s, and then it bumped up to 11s, man. Almost 100% increase in price, almost a 2x price jump. And then we were like, who's playing lows, man? Like, why? And then, exactly, no one's playing this. So going back down to 8s from 11s, it says there. But really, we're back down closer to 7s, 54 listings. That 30-40% dump just came through. As you can see for the secret rare, that, you know, it's just irrelevant, man. Like, let's be honest. Unless this get like direct new broken support, you know, Voice's voice ain't going anywhere. It had its heyday. And I expect a reprint, actually, in this year's tins. It came out in Phantom Nightmare. Same as Saphira, Dragon Queen of the Voice's voice. Card was 650s, went up to 9s, and now it says back down to 670s, but it went down even lower, guys. So 574s here. That's the current price. You know, just down 40%. Again, these cards just down. They spike up, they respike up, they get a little bit of hype. You always sell into the hype, man. As you can see, you always sell into the hype. Because you see these cards, they go up, they don't do anything. They're not going to do anything unless they get direct new support. People acting surprised when they see it crash back down. Hopefully you guys move these cards. And honestly, even now, I'd be moving these now, man. If you still have these cards, because Phantom Nightmare is expected reprints in the tins. You don't want to be caught holding those bags. Guys, if you made it this far out into the video, you guys are straight MVPs, man. I love each and every single one of you guys that tunes in. Channel continues to grow, and it's all thanks to you guys. So make sure you tune in, you subscribe, you ring that bell, you like the video on the way out, as it really does help out. And also make sure you share this in one place in a group chat, you know, or with some friends. It really does go a long way. I really do appreciate everything you guys do, you know, for the channel. And shout out to the members, man, continuing to support the channel, and the new members as well. I had a members video this weekend. Hopefully I can do one this upcoming weekend as well, so you guys already know. Stay tuned, man. The markets never sleep, neither do we. Hopefully you guys found value in today's market watch as usual. And those, hey, the OGs, man, the people that tune in every single day, yo, you guys are just the best, man. I really do appreciate that. So guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, and for your attention. Stay fresh.